Hi, my name is Angus Ho with Daddy Dad, a part of the Ash Management Group. I want to show how you can budget as a full-time engineer, make real estate investments, and live an exceptional family life as a dad. So come along with me in this journey of wealth. Today, I want to introduce to you 5 simple tricks that I use to save a lot of money fast. The tricks is a mindset change, a shift in behavior. By applying yourself in these tricks, not only would it be easier to accumulate wealth faster, it would also build good habits to take control of your finances so that you can reach that dream goal of yours, buy that house that you've always wanted, travel the world guilt-free, financially independent, and retire early. These tricks are all tricks that I've used. They are now consciously ingrained into my head, and my habits reflect these tricks. When it comes to shopping, making decisions about budgeting and spending money. So let's get right into it. The first trick is to challenge yourself to spend as little as you can. Once in a while, I get this urge, this itch to go to an extreme, whether it be an eating challenge or a coffee challenge. Maybe it's time to try a spending challenge. Just recently, me and my wife went on an $800 spending challenge. So that's $400 per person. So about $250 went to groceries, $100 went to fuel, $150 went to eating out, $100 went to entertainment, and $150 went to car insurance, and $50 goes to car maintenance. It was a very fun challenge because we had to reinvent how we did things. Every time parents offered leftovers, we would take it. We had to change the way we cook. We bought cheaper cuts of meat like ground beef instead of ribeye steak. We also went out to eat only on days where there were only specials going on. It's a fun challenge as it forces you to think what you really need and what you don't need. Don't sweat it if you don't make the spending budget, but try your best. You will be surprised on how frugal you can be and still survive. Get rid of subscriptions for a month. Try 1 month without Netflix and Apple Music to see if you can figure new ways to entertain yourself cheaper. Maybe you will find a new hobby that makes money that you enjoy even more. Maybe you'll force habits like getting chores done, start a new project, and even learning something new. Sometimes it's just getting too comfortable with everything you have, and the refresh button is all you need. It's so useful just to see what you actually need and not need. It'll be a fun exercise, and if after 1 month you find that you actually do need it, it's not that hard to give your money to them. They'll be more than happy to take it for your subscription. The second trick is to trick your mind by putting your purchase into perspective. When making any purchase or subscription, try putting your purchase into perspective. Before getting the latest iPhone to replace your current iPhone that will cost $800, try putting this purchase into perspective. With this amount of money, you can buy 800 of McDonald's $1 iced coffee. That is like a year's supply. You can purchase a new laptop. You can use that money for the emergency fund that you haven't saved up for yet. Do you really need the new amazing iPhone? Putting the purchase in perspective helps you understand that you have more important needs and that this money can be used X times over and over again. Another similar but different way of putting it into perspective is that for every $100 you spend, if you invest it in a 7% S&P 500 index fund, that money would earn you $700 in interest over 30 years. So if you think about it, by spending that money now, you could potentially be missing out on $700 worth of interest for every $100 you spend. That is no small amount of money. So try investing that money now so that you can buy something even more beautiful in the future. I know what you must be thinking. Life is so tough and I can't run my life without the newest and the most powerful devices. I know it's possible because I'm just an everyday dad budgeting and working hard as an engineer to stay out of debt. No superpowers required. The next trick is to use the Eisenhower Matrix to only do things that make money. Have you heard of that saying that time is money? Well, it's true. Just think about how much your time is worth if my job, for example, if my job is worth $40 per hour, what kind of tasks can I delegate to others that would cost less? For example, if I wanted to paint the house, would it be cheaper to paint it myself or hire someone to do it for me? If I can find someone that is cheaper than how much it would take me to do it, then of course I would contract it out. You can apply this concept to everything you want to do. Then you must decide with the time you have, what can you do and what you have to ask help with. So, how do you decide what is what? Use the Eisenhower Matrix to figure that out. The Eisenhower Matrix is a 2x2 box with 4 quadrants. Then you need to ask yourself along the top, how important is this task? Then along the side, how urgent is this task? In quadrant 1, the top left is very important and very urgent. These tasks you do right away. These tasks should also be tasks that make money. In quadrant 2, the top right are tasks that are not very important but urgent. These tasks are more like planning tasks and continuous learning tasks. Quadrant 3 are tasks that are important but not urgent. These types of tasks is where you can delegate to others. These tasks can be routine and maintenance tasks. Examples would be lawn care and cold calling people. The last quadrant in the bottom right are tasks you should eliminate because you don't have time. It's not important and it's not urgent. Don't spend time on these things because it won't add any value to your life. This is the Eisenhower Matrix and it's so important to decide where each task sits. I use the Eisenhower Matrix to strategically invest my money in real estate and the stock market. Because of that, I can run a side company that manages over $3 million in properties. Now I can relax a bit, travel the world with my wife, and live in a 2,000 square feet house. Now, I'm 90% plus of the way there to becoming a millionaire. Trick number 4. Wait, do you hear that? Ah, it's those dislike trolls. Help me out by smashing that like button. Hurry, like button. They're going wild. Oh, phew. I think they're gone. Thanks for helping out. Like I was saying, trick number 4 is to trick your mind to buy it another day. Nowadays, the return policy is getting better and better. It's so easy to say, let's get it and return it later. There is no commitment to anything anymore, and there is really no need to make a decision to purchase something or not. The decision based on this way of thinking is to buy always. In this trick, maybe it's time to think the other way. Wait to buy it another day. When you see something you like, instead of saying, let's buy it and return it later, say something like, I'll think about it, and if I still want it tomorrow, then I'll get it. If you're thinking about it all night and you're regretting not buying it the next morning, then that is a sign that you should buy it. I apply the same policy with stock buying. There is always another day to buy or sell the stock. Don't make irrational decisions. Sleep on it for one day. My last trick is using the pre-authorized authentication deposit or PAD. Many banks nowadays have this available. This will automatically withdraw a certain amount of your paycheck every time you get paid to a savings account. If you're thinking you don't need this, then you are the one that needs it. If you're financially burdened, then the magic formula is to save more and cut back the spending. Do this for a year or two. Once you figure out the system, your budget is back on track and finally accumulating some wealth. After you've achieved enough wealth, that is when you should remove the pad. Think of it as a safety net or maybe training wheels. Well, these are my 5 tricks that save you money faster by changing how you think about your spending. I hope this really helps you to see money in a different way. Join me at the Daddy Dad Facebook group to talk about your finance questions. Ask the YouTube community your questions by commenting below. If you like to hear more budgeting, engineering, or real estate tips, please leave a comment for what you want to hear. Smash that like button, subscribe button, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I post new videos every week on Sundays. From the Ash Management Group, this is Daddy Dad, saving you money.